guys, welcome back to the Tech Chap. Now let me start by asking you a question. Have you ever been in your bedroom asleep and you've woken up hearing a noise, you don't know if someone's broken in, if the cat smashed something, or you, in fact, just hearing things and you are actually going mad. But rather than lying in bed and worrying or perhaps being pressured by your other half to go and check, wouldn't it be awesome if you could just grab your phone or your tablet, perhaps from your bedside table, open an app and watch the live feed of your own security camera to see what's going on? Nothing there? Sweet, go back to sleep. Gang of armed robbers, maybe best to call the police. But the reason I ask is today I'm going to be reviewing this little thing. This is a Giantree, or Giantree, I think I'm saying it right, Cloud IP camera. And don't worry, I'd never heard of it either. But you know what? It's actually pretty awesome. It's also pretty cheap as well. So what exactly is it? Well, basically, it's a fancy webcam you can use for home security to maybe check on your baby or maybe even spy on your neighbours. It records up to 720p HD video at 25 FPS and can be controlled by your iOS or Android phone or tablet, or even through your computer browser. There's a micro SD card slot in the back that supports up to 32 gig cards, so you can record footage straight onto it, or you can take screenshots from the phone or tablet directly. It's got a wide angle lens and it can pan 320 degrees horizontally and tilt 120 degrees vertically by you swiping your finger around on the app screen. So basically it can see everything, pretty much everything that's going on around it. You can also pinch to zoom, although it is just a digital zoom, so you do lose a fair bit of quality when you do so. But that's not all. It's also got a microphone and a speaker, so you can use it to perhaps hear if your baby's crying, or maybe give whoever's broken into a house a friendly warning to get the hell out of there. You can even have a chat with the burglars. It also supports motion detection and has 12 infrared night vision LEDs that surround the main lens, so it works well even in the dark. If you're worried that your pet might trip the motion detector, you can mark specific areas in the field of view, like everything below the waist, to not trigger it, which means basically your cat or dog can run across your living room and not trigger it. So perhaps you can just mark the windows, the doors, the driveway perhaps, and that way you don't have to worry about being woken up by a false alarm of your cat just sort of having a bit of a late night stroll. If the camera does detect motion, it will send you a notification and an alarm to your paired phone or tablet wherever you are in the world. It will play a little sound as well, which you can change. You just tap the notification on your phone or tablet and it opens the app within seconds and you can see what's going on live. You can also schedule recordings, so maybe you only want it recording at night time or perhaps while you're away on vacation, or as we say, holiday over here. But the best part really is the fact that since it's connected to the internet, you can view your paired device remotely anywhere in the world. So obviously therefore it goes without saying, since it is an IP internet enabled camera, technically it is susceptible to hackers, so make sure you do use a secure password and have a modern WPA2 router. So it's a motion detecting infrared HD video recording Wi-Fi enabled camera. It sounds pretty expensive. Well, actually you'd be surprised. You can get it for just about £40 or $58. It's an extra tenner if you want this white one. I'm pretty amazed how much tech you do get for your money. So to be honest with you, I'd never actually heard of Giantree, but they did get in touch with me and offered me a review sample in exchange for an impartial review. And as I'm sure you know, I do tend to review smartphones and tablets and PC peripherals a bit more than security cameras, but I thought the product looked pretty interesting. It was quite good value as well, and I wanted to know just how good it was. And you know what, I'm genuinely surprised how capable this little thing is. There are quite a few similar products out there on the market, and many of them actually look pretty similar, or actually kind of identical, but with different brand names. I think the situation here is a bit similar to graphics cards. For example, Nvidia will make a stock card and send out all the specs and tech details to third-party manufacturers, say like Asus or MSI, for example, who then make the cards with slightly different features or speeds, but the cards are still fundamentally the same product, the same sort of type product category. So I think that's what's happened here. But there obviously are other models. I've already got the one from Giantree here, so that's the one I can talk about, but I do really highly recommend it. The camera itself looks quite stylish as well, with a dozen LEDs surrounding the 1 megapixel camera. It's small enough to fit on a windowsill, and I think white color makes that look better as well. It's also pretty unobtrusive. If you want to put it in the ceiling, perhaps in the corner of your room, you can actually flip the camera feed so you can mount it on the ceiling upside down. In the box, you actually get the camera, the power adapter, an Ethernet network cable, quick guide, and a bracket to give you more flexibility on where you want to choose to put your camera. Setting it up is surprisingly easy as well. Simply screw in the antenna, that's for the Wi-Fi, plug in the power cable, and download the free app called MIPC from the iOS or Google Play Store. There's also a web browser version if you prefer to control it from your computer or your laptop. The camera supports wired and wireless internet access, although you do need to plug it into the router with the bundled Ethernet cable just for the initial setup, but after that you can use it exclusively on Wi-Fi. It doesn't have to be tethered to your router. Once you're online, the process of logging in and then creating your own unique password and even adding multiple devices, so you could cover your whole house if you wanted to, or even numerous houses, or whatever you want. The whole process took me about 2 minutes from my phone, so it's pretty well made, pretty straightforward, and so setting up is a breeze. You don't have to worry about if you've never set up a security camera before, or cloud IP camera. Sounds a bit technical. Don't worry, it's all very easy to do. So you can either access it from your computer via the MIPC website, or you can go onto the app. The app itself is pretty straightforward. It's got a device list with all your live feeds available. Just tap one, it opens up into full screen mode, and then you can do things like take a screenshot, start recording the video, listen to the microphone so you can hear what's going on, what the camera can listen to, or even you can speak using the into your phone or your tablet, and then the speakers on the Giantree will then say out loud to whoever's there, so you can tell them to bugger off if you want to. Speakers are a bit tinny, you know, but they're loud enough, so they'll do. Within the live feed in the app as well, you can change things like saturation settings, brightness settings, sharpness settings to change the picture quality. You can also change it between night, day, and auto mode depending on what you want to do, if you want to use it in infrared mode. Of course, nothing's perfect, and the Giantree is not without issues. It would probably benefit from supporting the slightly faster 802.11ac Wi-Fi styling rather than N, because I found it to be a little bit sluggish and have a fairly significant delay between moving my finger on the app screen and the camera actually responding and moving. It's only a couple of seconds, but it does feel a bit slow. I've also had the app crash a couple of times and the camera disconnecting every now and then, but 90% of the time it works with no problems aside from just being a bit sluggish. But being a bit slow really is my main issue, which, considering how cheap the camera is, it's actually pretty impressive, I think. And sure, the video quality could be better, as it's fairly low quality, can be quite pixelated in low light, even though it is technically HD, lower HD ready. But I think it's absolutely good enough to do the things that you need to do. It can identify faces and license plates and stuff, so for a security camera, you know, it's absolutely fine. You can always get more expensive ones that cost about 50% more, or even double the price, that perhaps have full HD cameras and high megapixel cameras, but most of them are quite a bit more expensive, and you don't really need super high quality video resolutions on your security cameras. So I actually do highly recommend the Giantree. If you want to check up on your baby, if you want to make sure you're home secure and make sure you can check what's going on somewhere else remotely, whether it's in your bedroom or on your holidays or whatever, it's just the right tool to do that. So thank you very much for watching, guys. This has been my review of the Giantree IP cloud camera. I apologize to the makers if I've been saying that name wrong. You can find links to this camera in my description below. Thank you very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe and tweet me what you think about it at the Tech Chap.